Welcome back, guys. We're here for the last, 15 battles of Mount Battle. Hopefully we'll be getting the Earth Ribbon today. We're just plunking along with Ho-Oh and Rayquaza at this point because we're dealing with some pretty high-level guys. Pretty high special attack and attack are main dudes here. As we're making our way up. Whoa, chill out, relax. The battle's something to be enjoyed. Casual dude lax. I agree, a battle is to be enjoyed, but sometimes the competitiveness of it all can be a little, you know, high anxiety, high stress. Man, some of these battles are just crazy. It's like, oh, yeah, now we're fighting like a Pelipper and Clamperl, when like before it's like we're fighting stuff way harder. The Gen 3 double battle switch-in mechanics continue to be interesting. Casual dude lax. Yeah, I've got to say in Gen 3, if you actually want to level up your Pokemon, probably the best way to do it is the Elite Four and Fire Red and Leaf Green in the post game. Because by the time you reach the champion and stuff, you're fighting nearly level 80s, if I recall, and you can just go through those battles pretty quick. The animations are pretty quick. I was able to level up Pokemon like Shirley with EXP share, although traded. I don't know, in less than an hour, from pretty low to pretty high. It's kind of funny to me that Rayquaza learned Surf. Any Pokemon that kind of flies, learning Surf is just funny to me, even Pelipper. Level 80, ho-oh! 5 attack, man. We're getting crazy here. Critical hit. Should have earthquaked, because Torgal's probably going to live this. Dragon Claw is a faster animation than Surf. You know, when I was a kid, I always thought about, like, the feasibility of Mount Battle. It's like, would such a thing like this be possible? And if it was possible, how safe would it be? And I'm kind of looking at this, the way that, you know, they just have these propellers holding them up and stuff, and I'm going to say it's not feasible. It might be safe to say. As I'm trading these Pokemon up through the generations to get them into home, I kind of want to see all the iterations of them. That is to say, like, it'd be interesting to see, like, oh man, what do they look like in Pokemon Battle Revolution and stuff like that. But I don't know if I'm going to, like, stop along the way along every side thing. And that made me wonder, like, what other side things are there? It's like, well, in Gen 3, we've got Coliseum XD like this, and Pokemon Box. I can't really think of any other like side stuff to like really like put it in per se. And then in Gen 4 we got Pokemon Ranch, we got Pokemon Battle Revolution, you have the sprites in the other games, so you have like Heart Gold, Soul Silver versus like Platinum, Diamond, Pearl. The chibi forms in Pokemon Ranch I feel like would be really funny. Not sure what other Gen 4 things there could be. I mean, there's the Pokewalker, but I don't think Shinies show up different when you put them in the Pokewalker. Maybe they do. I don't know. It's kind of a monochromatic device. Then you got Gen 5 with those cool animated sprites, and I really don't think there's any side games for Gen 5. This girl's got a whole team of 6. C-Dot is just a choice, an interesting choice. And then you hit... Well, once you get past Gen 5, they're in bank at that point, and you can just put them directly into home. But once they're in bank, you could put them in XY, you could put them in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, you could put them in Sun Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I don't have the Ultra games. I feel like getting Shiny Rayquaza into Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, like, it just kind of has to be done, right? And, like, seeing his Mega form. The thing is, I don't think I ever really completed my Alpha Sapphire. I think I just kind of left it mostly undone, sadly. It's like, I just really didn't love that remake. I was like, man, I would rather just be playing Emerald right now. So I, like, never even did the Delta episode with, like, that girl. Area leader time. I must steel my nerves. Skarmory. Metagross. Oh, nice. This guy's got some good stuff. Like Regirock, Metagross. Flygar. Basically doing a blind earthquake. Oh, nice. Quite the defensive powerhouses he had here. Aggron would be a pretty cool shiny. Swept aside indeed. For the final 10. $40. Ain't that Aerial Ace? I feel like that was not themed After what we just did, yeah, Aerial Ace, huh? I mean, I guess... What if his Pokemon could even learn Aerial Ace? Skarmory, of course. Probably Gligar. Maybe Metagross. I don't think Regirock can learn Aerial Ace. And I kind of don't think Aggron can either. Alright. Keep calm and carry on. Are you happy when it rains? I have airlock, so it doesn't really matter when it rains for me. The one thing that Kingdra's weak to. I feel like anytime Kingdra pops up in like a single player game, it's like there just ain't no way you have a dragon move to really use against it at that juncture. So it's really satisfying to have one. Full team of 6 on this guy. Melodic is a coveted Pokemon. Pretty hard to get in most games that have it. I mean, first of all, getting a Feebas is hard, and then evolving it, holy moly. Oh, they finally got the rain set up. So Huntail might have Swift Swim, so he might be a fast guy. But not fast enough, if so. Researcher Nguyen. Wash this away with the tears of rain. I have to admit, I don't like rain. Nice team then. It was quite admirable for you to come this far, but I'm afraid your journey will end in disappointment in a raging sandstorm. I guess the top 10 people of Mount Battle know the best strategies. Oh yeah, like Rayquaza has airlock, so Swift Swim was never gonna kick in anyways. Critical hit. Crits are so good in the older games. I think it wasn't until Gen 6 that they nerfed them to be less often and smaller damage bonus. Instead of double damage, it's just 50% more. And instead of 1 in 16, it's like 1 in 24. Pretty themed sand team, lots of sand veil. Entei and Umbreon. Helping hand, huh? Umbreon survived. Surf plus Earthquake. Raikou could be faster than Ho-Oh. It was. Helping hand boosted Thunderbolt. Even with all that bulk, pretty good amount. Okay, this is the Coliseum team. Espeon's outspeeding Ho-Oh as well. Eek, we're done for... Yes, you had. Hey, I need an opinion. If there were a water, a fire, and a grass Pokemon, which one would you choose? Well, we're going to have to do that once we get up here. We're going to get to choose a Totodile, Cyndaquil, or Chikorita. This guy's using starters. Is this going to be all the Johto and Hoenn starters? Wow, that still did so much to him. Critical hit. Hopefully not really needed. Oh wow. Well, that's more specially oriented. Oh man. Damage. All of these Pokemon have a Mega form, except for Typhlosion. He has a Hisuian form, which is a little sad. Because it's like, oh, if you have a Typhlosion from Gen 3, like, it's not like you can transfer it up to ZA and be able to just change its form. No, it's like, no, it had to be born in ancient times. Ooh. Meanwhile, any of the other Pokemon, it's like, oh yeah, transfer them up, give them a Mega Stone, and Mega Evolve them. Oh man, I'm getting tired. I kind of had a late start. Good thing we're close to the end. I'll let you in a little secret. I'm in all the zones here in Mount Battle. Really? Can you battle? The Manectric probably has Lightning Rod. Mostly because I think that's the only choice. Especially if, like, Intimidate didn't activate. I don't quite remember. I need to look that up. Manetric. Manetric, Cerebi, Gen 3. Okay, so it could be Static or Lightning Rod. Once we get up to Gen 5, hidden ability is minus. And then Gen 6, he has his Mega, right? Yep. Okay, it's Intimidate on the Mega. That's what it is. And then, yep, we go up to Champions, and it's Static, Lightning Rod, minus, and then Intimidate on the Mega. Okay. All right. Gyarados has Intimidate, right? Yeah. So I guess I wasn't paying that close to attention of knowing what like set up a rain dance or otherwise started the rain. I know plenty about Mount Belt. Oh boy, she's talking like a newscaster. Gosh, it's crazy to think that Togetic is considered fully evolved in Gen 3. It just says like middle form energy. Okay, we'll see if the follow me persists. Because I chose Ninjask. It does. That is crazy. I honestly was not expecting that. Oh, hello. Should have just Dragon Clawed the Miltank. Oh, we hit it, so it was down and ready. Uh-oh. +2 attack, +2 speed over Debris Loom. Okay, we're fine. It is interesting how things can be in retrospect. It's like, you know, they added Ursaluna. So now it's like, oh, well, Ursaring is kind of like a middle form now, and you go back to these older games where it's definitely not, but it still kind of feels like that anyways. So it's just a perception thing. Seville. The challenger has won. What an outstanding victory. As I'm aghast on the floor. There only remains 4 challengers in the challengers. 4 more battles to do in the mount battle, yes. Energetic and gutsy performance. Cool trainer Frosted? Frosty Flakes? Frosted Flakes. Meow, meow, meow. There ain't many flying moves in this here move pool. I was almost expecting Swellow to just be faster because Swellow's just so fast. Crobat's pretty dang fast too. Heady yama. This is what happens when you EV train in speed. And you know, you have like nearly 20 levels on them. I guess maybe more like 15. Whoa, no! Another great day. It's a wonderful day for our battle. Endure. Well, he's got nothing to endure then. Gargantuar. It's just funny how little of an association I really have with Jump Bluff. Because I didn't play Gold, Silver, Crystal like Gen 2 as a kid. You know, I got Skip Bloom and stuff in Coliseum, but never really used it. And they never really came up in any later games other than Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but I didn't really use it there either, and I don't even recall where you get one. Like, it's got to be early route, surely. Here you are. Only 2 of us remain now. Battle hard, so you won't leave us any regrets. Libel. Okay, Reggie user. I say we go for this way of doing it. Are you using like explosion or something? GIs. Critical hit. I don't think that mattered, but I don't know, maybe it did. Oh, what's he gonna do? Electrode. Ice Beam. That's gonna hurt Rayquaza. Not quite kill him, though. Electrode might use its speed to do the final blow. I feel like these are just all explosion users. Is he going for maybe Ho-Oh for the... No. Yeah, I didn't end up going for EXP share strats. Figured the more levels on my big legendaries, the better. And having a Shed Ninja on number 99, it's just funny. While you come to just do the final bid on your own, on its own, and you forgot about that, you get to number 99. It's like, haha, troll move. There was definitely 2 other Shedinja users throughout all of Mount Battle, so if you're doing a full run like me, then you're gonna hit those roadblocks before you hit this one. The Mount Battle Master. All right. I think in Colosseum there's like actual treasure chests and stuff around. I'm Batellus, the master of Mount Battle. Let me test your abilities in the Mount Battle Coliseum. Who will win, you or I? Well, considering what it took to get here, hopefully me. Mount Battle Master Batellus. He at least gets a somewhat unique sprite. I think it was heavily based on a different model in the game. The Lattes, slacking, pretty powerful stuff. And it is really funny. It's like we had to walk across this entire battlefield, and, you know, we could see how big it was. But then we're battling on it, and it's like, oh, this is just like a similar size to like the normal battles we did on the like zones coming up. And it's like, if you look at it from that world, it's like the zones must be huge, but they're not. Dang, Latios is fast? Huh. Faster than Latios, just enough, it seems. Do 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 do. Oh, he didn't perish. I'm curious what your moves are that you would have just sealed. Well, can't use Shadow Ball. Magnificent. Magnificent. Yes, truly magnificent. You, being so young, may not understand how I can be so happy about losing. Well, I'm delighted, even ecstatic, that someone so young could defeat me. Congratulations, here are your coupons. Oh my, you did it. You cleared Mount Battle entirely without changing your Pokemon once. Your talent is incredible. Without thoroughly knowing and trusting your Pokemon, this feat would have been simply impossible. For your record-setting Pokemon, let me give you these as mementos. Mementos? I thought it was like mementos. I guess that's spelled the same. Of your training here at Mount Battle. There are exclusive ribbons for commemorating their 100-win streak at Mount Battle. You can take pride in it. I forgot they made such a big deal out of it. Also, I'd like for you to have one of these very special Pokemon. I've been planning to give them to a trainer who's shown me extraordinary promise. I'm quite proud of them. Here, choose one. We will be choosing Chikorita. Let's check our Pokemon. They're really cool. 100 wins, 100 straight win commemorative ribbon, aka the Earth ribbon. Pretty amazing stuff. And then we also got a Chikorita. It's mild, met in Mount Battle. And it comes with Ancient Power, Tackle, Growl, and Frenzy Plant. Frenzy Plant. At level 5. So that's fun. I chose Chikorita because I feel like it's the most relevant of the three in Pokemon Champions. Mega Meganium's usable on some ranged teams. For Alligator's not seeing too much use, and then non-Hisuian Typhlosion isn't seeing much use either. And I don't think you can make this Cyndaquil into a Hisuian Typhlosion. I don't know, maybe you can trade it into Hisui and then evolve it there and maybe things will happen, but I don't think that's how it works. Anyhow, I am tired. Save. I will, on my own time, trade the Pokemon from this game back into Emerald. And then once they're in Emerald, like, yeah, I need to make a fresh plan of, like, exactly what my transfer process is going to be. I was saying earlier, like, oh, yeah, I might, like, make stops along the way, but I need to decide, like, what all I'm going to do while I'm transferring things up. Like, how many ribbons am I going to get in Gen 3 here? Am I going to try to get any ribbons as I go up through the other gens? anything like that. Are there any other Pokemon I'm going to do this with in Gen 3 and beyond before Bank shuts down in February? I'm not sure. I'm simply not sure. I did start a shiny Charmander hunt last night in my Fire Red. My Fire Red was already, like, restarted because I was doing my, when I was doing my living decks, I had to restart my Fire Red in order to get some additional Kanto starters so that I could get them and breed them up because I just didn't have them at all. Apparently, I must have traded them up to Gen 4 in the long past, but so I basically had a file that was just like saved in Viridian City in the Pokemon Center, having traded a starter away. So restarted it and soft reset, like, I don't know, probably just like 1 dozen Charmanders. The crazy thing is within the first like 4 or 5 Charmanders, I've found like 2 or 3 females, which I feel like is very rare. I think it's like 1 out of 12 or something, or 1 out of 16 for them to be a female. So I was lucky. Anyhow, yeah, I need to make that sort of plan. Bare minimum, what we have accomplished so far is we got this 100 win streak ribbon on these Pokemon, meaning that when they're in the newer games with titles, they can have the 100x victorious title, which is freaking awesome. Yeah. For my shiny Rayquaza and or Ho-Oh, it might be worth getting some more ribbons on them. Like, do I want to do every contest ribbon? I don't know about that. But they would at least be the easiest to ribbon master because they cannot get the, like, you know, battle tower ribbons. So for them personally, since those aren't available, getting all the rest is technically ribbon mastering. Do I want to do ribbons in Gen 4? I don't know. I haven't been setting up or playing my Gen 4 games. They're totally, like, I'm decades out of date in the mental calculus for those, so we'll see. I'll maybe look into it, but I'm glad that I was able to at least accomplish this. I might do this again with more. I have that shiny Heracross I might want to do this with. I technically have a shiny Electrode and Raticate from the ye old times as well that I could do this with. If there's any relevant like Pokemon that I feel like I might actually use in Champions, I might try to shiny hunt them, and or if I don't end up doing that, just getting a Pokemon in this game and doing this run with so that I can have that title in Champions. I feel like that'd be really cool. I feel like bare minimum I should do that with Charmander. And maybe like an Eevee as well, so I could have like a Sylveon. Sylveon's probably pretty good. Pretty good. But yeah. Send those ideas to me through any means necessary, and yeah, I'm gonna hop off. I'm tired. This has been fun. Yeah. See you later.